What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to share another piece I did. This won't be a speed draw, or speed paint, or any kind of walkthrough. It's just me talking about my painting that I did. This is on the Krita application. I was doing some research for wide brim hats, and I came across a small PNG. I think it was AI generated, but it inspired me to do a Scarecrow design. Scarecrow is a villain from the DC universe. I always get it mixed up. He's from DC. He's from Batman's little universe or world, and he's always been interesting to me. A bit overblown sometimes, a little underwhelming sometimes. I feel like he never really got any solid footing. He always kind of ended up being relegated to villain of the week, but he still made his mark in my life as far as like fantasy goes. One thing I wanted to do was dial back the quote-unquote fear factor of his design. I feel like it's gotten a bit too busy. The absolute Batman has kind of gotten back to a solid design for him. I really like that design, but the previous designs were a bit too busy, and I wanted to scale it back and go back to more of that like mobster style that I liked from the 90s Batman, or Batman the Animated Series. So this is what I got. I changed the gender. I made Scarecrow a woman, and she's from South Louisiana. She came to Gotham in search of more crime, bigger opportunities. Everyone kind of knows about Gotham, and she wanted to make a name for herself. She ended up eating in pretty early with the Joker, but as for how deals go with the Joker, it never really ends well, and she ended up becoming disfigured by one of the Joker's jokes or plans or plots. Was probably backstabbed or something like that. However, in all of that, she ended up coming across the fear toxin, and it's kind of I wanted to make the fear toxin more of a secret. Instead of instead of Scarecrow kind of running around with a tank of it on his back, or syringes and stuff like that, making it super obvious. I wanted it to be more subtle and not even make it a part of her design. Maybe some discoloration in the eyes because she's been exposed to it, kind of showing some kind of infection, or I wanted to come off more like jaundice than anything like crazy. And with Batman, with characters like Zatanna, Doctor Strange, stuff like that, magic is a very real and tangible part of the Batman world, and I wanted to bring that element in as well and have Scarecrow be more like a sorcerer or sorceress, and have a pact with a spirit that feeds on the fear and kind of aids her in subtle ways here and there. I thought having people fear the unknown would be more effective. The unknown of what makes people so scared of Scarecrow, and the unknown of the fear toxin. So let's see. As far as the visual choices goes, I wanted it a bit more gritty, so I went with like that thick oil style visual effect with the digital paint, and kind of psychedelic with the fear toxin playing on those psychological elements. And I like how it turned out. Let's see, is there anything else I wanted to add? No, I think that's it. For character design, I think simpler is better. When you put too much and you make it too busy, I think the personality gets lost. Even though they're villains and super villains, I think I gotta stop saying I think so much. One good example of this is the Joker himself. Very simple design, extremely memorable. Sometimes when you add too many elements, the character gets lost in the name of who they're trying to be, I believe, which might be reflective of their role in the story, trying to be larger than life and ends up being very forgettable. So I wanted a more memorable Scarecrow character. So if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.